and my colleague Divine will do a short translation in Evan. The Honorable Regional Minister, James Gunu, members of Parliament, Municipal Chief Executive for K2 North, the Paramount Chief of the Penyi Traditional Area, Tobiga Dadzi V, special guest, Tobiga Adama from Some Traditional Area, Mamaga Chiefs, Queen Mothers, Elders, Youth, and the people of Penyi. Good afternoon. I'm happy to be here to celebrate Nguzia with you. It is always good to be among people who truly appreciate hard work and culture. This festival reflects your commitment to these ideals. It reminds us that progress must always be rooted in community, culture, and in people who work together for a better future. President Mohammed's Reset Agenda invites us to embrace the nobility of community-inspired self-help and development programs. Therefore, the theme for this year's Nugornyiza Festival, Penyi Youth at the Heart of Ghana's 24 Economy Plus, could not be more relevant. Across the country, 500,000 young people enter the job market every year, yet less than 20% find formal employment. Data from the Ghana Statistical Service revealed that in 2024, youth unemployment stood at around 32% among those aged between 15 and 24, and about 22% for those aged 15 to 35. For those who are already employed, about 68% of them are estimated to be in vulnerable jobs. These numbers I have just read tell one simple truth. Young people are eager to work and innovate, but they need an economy that supports their effort, one that gives them the knowledge, the training, the skills, and the infrastructure, including the ability to work with digital tools and devices to be productive. Sadly, and I repeat again, sadly, the structure of our economy has not been fully supportive in helping our young men and women realize their dreams. For your information, the Ghana Statistical Service disclosed in 2024 alone that our food import bill was 38.9 billion cedis. We imported 38.9 billion cedis of food in 2024. Half of this was spent on importing rice, poultry, animal intestines and parts, sugar, and cereals, all of which can be produced right here in Ghana, right here in Penyi. We also import raw materials for our factories, which keep local industries weak and still dependent on imports. For our country, Ghana, which seeks to develop, this state of affairs of import dependence is completely unacceptable. So, all of us here, young and old, chiefs and subjects, we must ask ourselves, how long can we continue this kind of import-dependent economy, which denies our young people jobs and exports jobs to other countries from which we import? And how can we build a strong economy that creates decent and sustainable jobs for our young people here in Penyi and across the country, instead of exporting our jobs to those we import from? The answer lies in changing the fundamental structure of our economy, which is what the 24-hour economy program is about and seeks to do. It aims to create jobs through continuous production, better market access, and reliable infrastructure. The vision takes shape through the Volta Economic Corridor, the VEC, of which the Volta region, together with OT, Savannah, Northern, Bono East, and other regions form an important part. As part of the 24-hour program, we are facilitating the establishment of Ableduo, by the private sector. These Ableduo are organized farming parks with irrigation systems, mechanization extension services, as well as processing plants to allow for young people like you to form cooperatives and undertake crop production, artisanal and more sophisticated processing, commodity aggregation, and other businesses in these parks. These efforts, whether they are Ableduo or industrial parks, will be implemented by the private sector, led to ensure that these local products are packaged, branded, and sold to the wider local market and for exports. The Volta Economic Corridor is expected to create several direct and indirect jobs and many more opportunities through supply chains and logistics in transport, storage, and support services. The three sub-programs which the Honorable Chairman of the Central Planning Committee mentioned, and I'm congratulating you for knowing the program so well. The Penyi traditional area has great potential. And indeed, if we can begin to implement the grow component of the program, which will help farmers like yourselves with irrigation, mechanization, and access to markets. If we can implement the Aspire 24, which will embed training for young people in technical, vocational, and digital skills, and the kind of work that the Sena Technology Institute is doing. And the third is Fund 24, which will facilitate access to affordable credit and loans by making loans available at interest rates below 12% through rural banks, commercial banks, savings and loans, as well as microfinance institutions. The Penyi traditional area already has real potential to bring and build strong local value chains in cassava, maize, rice, vegetables, fish farming, and crafts. What matters now is organization and teamwork. The anchor farmers and larger cooperatives in the agroecological parks, the Ableduo, will provide input credit to support crop production, mechanization services, and seeds in exchange for purchasing the crop produced in the park at agreed fair trading terms. To benefit from these arrangements, you, as young farmers, processors, or aggregators, need to be a member of a cooperative. For the youth of Penyi and across the Volta, this is your opportunity. If Nugornyiza reminds us of a beautiful and abiding truth, it is that culture is not a barrier to progress, nor is it a separate from economic growth. It is embedded in economic growth. It is the foundation of it. Through the Show 24 sub-program of the 24-hour economy initiative, we are promoting culture, arts, and tourism as part of local development. So that when we plan festivals like these, and like the one I went to 2 weeks ago in the Some traditional area, these will also help businesses to grow as they prepare to receive the visitors that come from afar to participate and join you in these festivals. Imagine every festival becoming a place to promote local food, crafts, and enterprises. Communities can earn income while keeping their traditions alive. Culture and enterprise can work hand in hand. The same spirit that goes into organizing Nugornyiza is the same spirit we need to make the 24-hour economy program succeed. Therefore, as we celebrate, let us also commit to take ownership of the Volta Economic Corridor. To the youth, all of you men and women, young people, my message is simple. Take charge of your future. Take charge of your future. Learn a skill, build a business, or work with others in cooperatives to create value from what your community produces. To our chiefs, queen mothers, and local leaders, continue to lead with vision, with peace, and with unity. Make land accessible and secure for investors and the young people who in themselves are local entrepreneurs. Promote transparency in community projects and support the youth and women who are trying to build enterprises, and above all, promote stability. If we do these, the Volta Economic Corridor, indeed the 24-hour program, will become not only a private sector and community-driven program, but a national effort at transformation. It will become a living example of how communities and an organized private sector can work together to drive national growth. If you want to participate in the 24-hour economy, we will leave to the chairman our website, and you can go on it and uplink whatever proposals you have, and I assure you will look at it. From wherever you are, we will look at them. Thank you all. God bless you, and God bless our homeland, Ghana. Thank you very much. The